I know that we're meant to be because you had the Mike and Ike's that day, and I love Mike and Ike's. That's my favorite candy, and like people don't like Mike and Ike's, and that's how I know that's a sign that we're supposed to be together. Like, mother trucker, what? Alright, hey guys, this is Sahar and you're watching Sahar Speaks. You may or may not recognize this whole setup or have seen it. I'm recording a few videos. I just get in those moods where I just want to talk to you guys. So I'm telling a few story times. So if you see a few story time videos with me in this same setup with this same outfit and makeup and hair and everything, it's because I was bored and I just wanted to talk to y'all and tell you some crazy junk. So this is a story time video, and I'm going to tell you my crazy, ridiculous stalker story. Nothing serious happened. Just a disclaimer. Like, nothing serious happened with this stalker. Like, it wasn't like it's not like Tana Mojo's like stalker story. Like, if you guys watch Tana, it's not like Tana's story. It's like something totally different. So this is like, was it my freshman? Yeah, it was my freshman year. It was my freshman year in college. And for those of you that don't know, I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I go to school in Kentucky. So I came out here to go to school. I ended up making friends with this girl who's actually like really like one of my really good friends. She's like really like a really good friend. So it was me and my friend, and there was actually a probate going on. And for those of you that don't know what a probate is, it's like when it's for like black sororities and fraternities, and it's when like the pledges get to cross over into like the actual actually being members of the sorority fraternity. I don't know much about it, but that's basically what it is. Like, they're like officially in now, like they're being like put in. It's a ceremony. So it was like nighttime, it was outside, but it was on campus. So it was like near my dorm. So like next to my dorm there was another dorm, and then there was a park, and then there's like this little kind of stage area on the park. So me and my friend, we just so happened to just be outside just walking around that day, because she used to always come to my dorm and we would just like do whatever. So we just so happened to be just walking around that night, and then we see that probate going on, so we just walked over there to watch and stuff. So we're standing there watching, and this dude, which it's dark, mind you guys, so I can barely see anything. So this dude, basically, he was like kind of standing near me, but like kind of in front of me, and my friend's on the other side of me. So this dude, I guess he was smoking a black, and there was something like wrong with like the filter to smoke the black or whatever, because he had one of those mouthpiece filters or whatever. And he just turned around and was just asking me like, oh, like, I didn't even hear what he said, but basically I think he was asking me like if I could fix it or something. And so like I'm looking at it, like I'm trying not to be rude, like I don't know jack shit about a black or smoking whatever. So I'm looking at the filter and I'm like, I don't know. So I just handed it back to him or whatever. And so after that, he just like was just chilling, whatever. He just turned back. And then he turned back around and he was like, oh, you know what? You're beautiful. Can I have your phone number? Yada, yada, yada. So I'm just like, yeah. Like, I just gave him my phone number. And mind you, like, I'm half retarded, y'all, because I really didn't even look at this dude. Like, I didn't look at him at all. I'm half retarded. But I knew, like, he was wearing red and stuff. So, like, I figured he went to my school and he was just, like, a cool guy or whatever. So, I gave him my phone number. So, probably, when was it? Probably, like, the next day. No, I think he texted me like that same night, like, oh, like I'm glad I met you, whatever. And I'm just like, oh yeah, it was nice to meet you. I think it was the next day or probably like a few days later, like he was texting me, and we actually were like, it was a few days later because we were talking on the phone for like a few days or whatever. And he was pretty chill, just telling me about his family. He has like a niece and his sister and his mom or whatever, just telling me about them. And turns out he doesn't actually go to my school. He just lived close to there, and he just so happened, just like me and my friend, to just be walking and seeing this probate going on, and just went over to go and watch it, whatever. And so I'm just like, ah. So he's like, oh, we should hang out sometime or whatever. So we ended up making plans to hang out, and like a dummy, I invited him to come to my dorm. Now, he didn't come up in my room. I just invited him to come to the dorm. So we were in the lobby. Like in my dorm, there was like couches, and there was a pool table, and there was TV in the lobby. So people would just be hanging out in the lobby. So he came to my dorm, I signed him in, and we just hung out in the lobby and watched TV or whatever and just talked. Now, I was like pretty sure at this point that this dude was just like not for me. Like I was just like this is not gonna go nowhere. This is not gonna be anything. He just came off to like very unappealing to me. So he was cool, but I still like to talk to him because I still had like, I like friends. I have friends. I have a lot of guy friends. So after that day, we still talked and all that stuff. And like, this is where it gets weird. Like, he starts talking about me meeting his mom, and then one day he ends up inviting me to like go on vacation with him and his friends. Like they were going to drive up somewhere, and I was just like nah, like I don't know you like that, no. And I'm just like, I don't know why you're inviting me to meet your mom, because like we're not even like that or whatever. And I was totally blunt with him, because like I didn't have a problem. Like I don't have a problem, like if I'm not interested in you, like I'm just gonna make it known instead of just like just stringing you along. Like I'm just like, no, like we're cool, we're just friends, whatever, we just talk. But I was just like, I'm not interested in anything else, and I was not attracted to him at all. And the thing about it was, okay, I gotta backtrack a little. When he like came to hang out with me that day, my favorite candy is Sour Patch watermelons, and we had like a little store that was like connected to my dorm. So like we went out to the store to go get snacks or whatever to come back in, and I was looking for Sour Patch watermelons. But sometimes like they'd be like sold out of the Sour Patch watermelons, because I guess a lot of people like Sour Patch watermelons. I'm sorry if I'm moving my shoulders weird. My back kind of hurts. It's because I had my backpack on my back all day. But anyways, so they didn't have no Sour Patch watermelons. So usually if I didn't have Sour Patch watermelons, my default candy was Mike and Ike's, because I like Mike and Ike's. I don't know, I like Mike and Ike's. So he was like saying like after the fact, like I know that we're meant to be because you had the Mike and Ike's that day, and I love Mike and Ike's. That's my favorite candy, and like people don't like Mike and Ike's, and that's how I know that's a sign that we're supposed to be together. Like, mother trucker, what? Like Mike and Ike's, really? Like we're meant to be because I got a default candy. First of all, it was not my real candy that I love. I got a candy that I get second place if they don't have my watermelons. So no, we're not really meant to be. And I'm telling you, like, I don't want to be with you like that. And he's just like, baby girl, like he's calling me baby girl, and she's just like basically like, baby girl, we're meant to be, like I like, we're really gonna be together, and this, like all this stuff. He's like, I'm gonna do this and that and this and that for you. And I'm just like, no, you're not. So like I'm still trying to be cordial with this dude, because I'm not a complete bitch. Like I'm not rude, but I was just like, I was starting to get tired of like him really like pushing this relationship on me that was never gonna happen. And so he was still inviting me to stuff. Like he invited me to his niece's birthday. I didn't go to that. I didn't go to nothing with him. Like, we only hung out that one time, and he was sprung. Like, sprung. So, he's talking about, oh, I told my mama and my sister about you, and they told me to leave you alone because you don't want me and stuff, but I really want you, and I'm not gonna listen to them and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, like, listen to them. Clearly they know, like, I don't want you. They could tell by your stories that you're telling that I don't want you. And like, I'm like, why are you even talking about me like that to people? Like this is seriously something. Like, it's not. So he's still going on, like, he's still sprung. I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'm done talking to you. So I basically like cut him off. Like, he was my friend on Facebook and on Instagram. I blocked him. I blocked his phone number, like everything. Till one day, me and my friends end up going to this party, which is actually at this apartment on campus, like kind of across from our dorm. So it's like our dorm, and then it's like this little plaza, food mart plaza with the parking lot, and then it's the apartments. So we end up going to this party, right? So we leave the dorm, we're walking down the sidewalk like next to the parking lot, and I hear Sahar. Hey yo, Sahar. This dude got out of his friend's car and he's yelling my name. He is yelling my name to the top of his lungs. And my friends are just like, Sahar, like, that dude's calling your name. He's calling your name. I'm just like, keep on walking. And he's still calling my name, like, Sahar, Sahar. And he, like, what gets me is, like, he was literally hanging out outside of my dorm. Like, I don't know, maybe because he had a feeling that I was gonna, like, go out that night, or just because, you know, he lived close to there, maybe he was just hanging out there. So he's calling my name, I'm ignoring him, right? Me and my friends go into the party, and we're having a good time. Like, it's packed, like the party inside, because the apartments are kind of small, so like the living area and like the kitchen area, the main area is like really small, so there's a lot of people packed up in there like sardines. And then there's people like out in the hallway. So we're in the party dancing, and then it gets so hot, like we're so hot. So me and then one of my friends, it's like 5 of us, so me and one of my friends, we end up going in the hallway to just cool down and stuff, and we're just talking to people, just mingling in the hallway. And I see this dude come in. Like, we weren't face to face, like I just saw him from afar, but I'm just like, oh shit, like he's in here, but I'm just like, I don't even care, like I'm here to have fun, let's go in, let's go dance. So me and my friend, we go in, we meet the rest of our friends, and we're dancing, like we're like Beyonce, like, ooh, drunk in love, like we're dancing. And this dude, I don't know whether he saw me or not, or what his intentions were to do this, but he came up to my friend that's standing right next to me. He came up to her, and he starts dancing with her, starts talking to her, like, hey shorty, like, you cute, whatever. And she's just like, no, like, bye. And so he goes on to my next friend that's standing next to her, and he's trying to dance up on her and stuff, and talk to her and asking her all these questions and stuff, and she's just like, swerve, like, no, like, I know who you are, bye. He literally goes to each of my friends, like all 4 of them, and trying to talk to them, and they're like, no dude, like, boy, bye. And then I don't know where he goes after that, but I didn't care, I didn't pay no mind, because I didn't like him anyways. So the party's going on, we're dancing, all this stuff, and then it's over. So then we leave and we go home. I didn't see him outside my dorm, I didn't see him when we were leaving or anything, so that was it. And then, like an hour later after I've been home, I get a phone call from this random number. I answer it, and he's like, baby girl, why are you doing that to me? Like, why are you ignoring me? You embarrassed me in front of my boy. I know you heard me calling you, yada, yada, yada. I just want to talk to you. I just want to spend time with you. You blocked me and you stopped talking to me for no reason. I really care for you. All this junk. And I'm just like, it's like, mind you, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm just over this shit. So I'm just like, dude, like, leave me alone. I don't like you. I hung up the phone. So that was that. But then, like, I didn't talk to him for like a good while after that. And then it was like, I think it was time. I was getting ready to go home or something. And so basically, like, I wanted to give him, like, I needed him because none of my friends had cars and I needed to put my stuff in storage before I went back home in Massachusetts. And so I was going to give him a chance to, like, really redeem himself and really just be friends, will be cool again. And so I hit him up, and I hit him up like 1 to 2 weeks before, and I'm just like, listen, can you take me to the storage? Because sometimes he'd be driving his sister's car and whatever. And I was like, listen, can you take me to the storage so I can put the stuff in storage? Take me to storage, we can go eat or hang out or whatever. We'll be cool. Like, I'm about to squash this. Like, can you just do this for me? And he's just like, yeah, I got you. I'll do this for you. And comes the day to do it. And I'm just like, where are you? And he's just like, oh, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So I'm like livid at this point. Like, I'm just like, really? Like, it's not like I told him last minute. Like, I gave him so much notice. He told me his friend was in the hospital, like, has been in the hospital since like Tuesday. Like, I don't know. It was a few days before the day that he needed me to go, that his friend was in the hospital. So I'm like, why is it that, like, you can't go, like, you can't step away for a minute just to help me? And since your friend's been in the hospital for a few days, like, I don't know. But I still have, like, it was like, after that, like, I cut him off. I blocked him, all numbers that he called me from. Like, he continued to call me, and I blocked all the numbers that he called me from. But summer goes by, a few months goes by, he doesn't contact me till, like, a few months later. Actually, I have the text still. It was, like, in July 15th he texted me. And I was like, who's this? And he said, your nigga Trey, just letting you know I miss you and I hope you're okay. You deleted my number though. And I've been deleting your number like a long time ago. Like, he's texting me off of a random number. I deleted his number like a long time ago. And I told him, like, you're not my nigga. And he's like, what you been up to and why are you coming back to U of L in the fall? And I'm like, don't worry about what I'm doing. Like, we're not even cool. Like, why are you even hitting me up? Like, we're not even cool. So he's like, why are you holding grudges? I'm gonna take you to IHOP when you come back and spoil you. Like, no, you're not. And at this point, like, I had my boyfriend. Like, me and Marcus had been together since April. We got together that April. So we're still together, and he's hitting me up, and I'm just like, no, like, boy, bye. Then he texts me back 10 minutes later, and he's like, you hear me, baby? And then I texted him back, I'm like, I'm not your baby. I don't like you. Like, I tried, like, you guys don't understand. Like, I probably met this dude in probably like November or something. And it's been January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And I've been, like, so nice to him for the longest time. Like, I tried to like him. Like, I tried to see what he was about, feel him out at first. I didn't like him. He told me that he liked me. I told him I didn't like him, but I told him we could still be friends, and he was still coming on to me and harassing me. So I was just like, no, like, I'm done. So I told him, I'm not your baby. I don't like you. And he's like, well, can you please stop treating me like I'm an outsider? Like, motherfucker, what else are you? Like, you're not inside this bubble no more. Like, you're not in this circle. So I'm like, you are an outsider. He said, damn, I mean, what made you treat me like this? I said, I don't like you. I have a boyfriend. And at this point, I do have a boyfriend, because me and my current boyfriend, Marcus, I love him, but we started dating the April. And I stopped talking to this dude probably way before that, I stopped talking to him, because I was talking to him from November. I definitely told him I didn't like him like way before that, and we started dating April 14th. And I'm telling him I have a boyfriend. Like, I stopped talking to you for a reason. So I told him I don't like you. I have a boyfriend, and he's like, wow, is he coming to school with you? And I'm like, none of your business. Like, that's none of your business. He's like, why are you always getting smart? And I'm the one that's always been there for you. I'm like, no, you haven't. Now, here's a little side story. So, this is when we were cool. Like, I had already told him, like, I don't like you, but we're still friends, right? And he drives his sister's car sometimes. And since I'm an out-of-state student, like, I have my stuff in storage. So I needed somebody to take me to storage when I came back to school in January. Yeah, when I came back to school in January, I needed somebody to take me to storage. I think so. Or it was sometime throughout that time frame, I needed somebody to take me to storage. And at this point, like, none of my friends had their cars and stuff. So, it's so much for a taxi. So I called him asking him if he could take me to storage this and this day. Like, I asked him like a week or two ahead of time. He was like, yeah, I'll take you, yada, yada, yada. And he ends up standing me up. But the thing is, he tells me that his friend is in the hospital. But his friend was not in the hospital. And then another thing is like, okay, your friend was in the hospital like a few days before I even like needed you. So why aren't you able to just stop what you're doing and come and help me, and then you can go back to the hospital later? Like, that just, I wasn't holding a grudge about that though. Like, I was just like, okay, whatever. But the fact that he kept on saying like he was always there for me, like, one, I've only known you for like a few months, and two, you weren't there for me when I needed you the most that time, when you told me that you were going to be there, and I gave you a heads up. Like, it's not like I asked you spur of the moment. And so he's like, oh, I'm the one that's always been there for you. So I'm like, no, you haven't. And he's like, yes, I have, and you know that. I have a lot more to offer. I've been knowing you for almost 2 years now. 2 years now. That's what he says. 2 years now. First of all, I'm a freshman. I'm from Massachusetts. This is my first year in college. So how is it that you've known me for 2 years when I've only been here for a little less than a year? How? And he swore up and down that he's been knowing me for like a long ass grip. And I'm just like, no. And he said, for a reason, you really need to stop holding grudges. You remember what happened why I couldn't come to take you to the storage. It was a serious family matter, which it was not a family matter, because when we talked about it, he said it was his friend, so it was not a family matter. And he's like, and you wouldn't listen, and you really stopped talking to me like I just didn't want to help you. Come on, now you know I always wanted to see you, so I don't know why you keep treating me like this. This is mean. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't care whether I'm being mean or not, because this dude is just like, he's playing all the cards. I just couldn't deal with it. So that was like, I ended up texting him like an hour later, because I was just trying to like process this in my head. And I was like, first of all, you're dumb. I've only known you for a few months, and it was not a serious family matter, but I don't even care about that. I don't like you at all. You're annoying. I have a boyfriend. No need to text back or call because I'm blocking you. And that's what I did. I blocked him. So I don't even know if he gave an answer back or whatever. All I know is I blocked him. So it's probably a month later in August, and he ends up leaving me this message, which I still have on my phone. I'm not gonna play it for y'all though, because I don't know, I feel like it's kind of fucked up. But basically, I'm at the mall randomly one day. I think I was actually at the mall with my boyfriend, and this dude leaves me a message. He calls me and leaves me a message. So at this point, I'm just like, I'm not ever answering any phone numbers. from Kentucky that I don't freaking know. So this number calls me, I don't answer it, then I get a message. It's him, of course. Basically like, baby, why you gotta do me like this? Like, I loved you. I still love you. Like, I tried to get over you. I tried to be with another girl. I couldn't do it because I told her we couldn't be together because I loved you so much. I got a better job. I got a car. And I'm getting an apartment soon. I'm making $11 an hour. Mind you guys, minimum wage in Kentucky is $7.25. So $11 an hour is a lot in Kentucky. So he's like, I'm making $11 an hour, blah, 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 and I love you, whatever. And that was the last time I ever heard from him. I did not call that dude back because, one, I had a boyfriend that I still have to this day. I love him. And two, you're a freaking psycho weirdo that is like moving too fast. Like, I don't know. At first I thought like maybe he wants a girlfriend like so bad. Like maybe he wants a girlfriend too bad. And then it just didn't end up being like that because he said that he had a girlfriend, but he was just so in love with me. He broke up with his girlfriend. And I'm just like, dude, like why'd you do that? Because clearly I'm not paying you any mind. And I was just like so unattracted to him. Like, I don't know. Like, I was just so completely unattracted to him. And I think about him now, I'm just like, ugh, I'm so completely unattracted. And sometimes, like, I just be going through, like, you know, how they have, like, recommended friends on Facebook, like, people you should request and stuff. And he pops up, and I'm just like, no, never that. Never. So, yeah, haven't heard from that dude to this day. It's probably been a year and a half because me and my boyfriend's anniversary is actually in 2 weeks. So yeah, y'all, that was my crazy ridiculous stalker story. And it's just like, dude, you're pathetic.